Hello, welcome to Mechanics, Book C. This is part of the SRA Specific Skills series. And I want to first say, disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only. The way that I do these videos is I spend 5 to 6 seconds per page. I always highly advise reading the To the Teacher and the To the Student sections. Which is just 2 pages for the To the Teacher and 1 page for the To the Student. This tells you the To the Students page is very important because it gives you an outline of what the book is going to cover. And it's also going to give examples so you have an idea of what's expected, and it also gives the learning goal or objective on that page, much like the way that you would see on a teacher's dry erase board, or your student would see on the dry erase board as soon as you walk in, which teachers are required to put the learning goal, learning objective, and everything up on the board to make sure that the students know what they're there for that day. Okay, so to begin with, Book C has a total of 12 units. I'm going to stop on the To the Student page and spend a little bit more than 5 seconds to explain kind of how it breaks down. I'm not going to give all the exact details, but I'll just give you a clue in on what to look for when you're going into that page. First and foremost, though this is something that you would use to reinforce or actually teach a specific rule or skill in regards to mechanics, the way that this book is used, everything should be written down, handwritten. First of all, there's too many technological things going on, and when you're writing, you're actively thinking, and that reinforces your working memory, and everything that's stored in your working memory, if you use it right, will store correctly into your long-term memory, so you'll be able to recall it later. You won't forget things, which is always a great thing to build your memory boxes, fill them up, make sure that you have access to them. It's not like our attics where we just put a bunch of things in a box and throw them up there and we forget what we have and we just leave them there forever. So first and foremost, that's important, making sure that you're writing things down. Second is be creative. Just because you have notebook paper and pencils and pens, that can be boring over time. So if you want to change it up, or you know that you need to self-motivate and this is not the most exciting thing that you want to be doing right now, get some construction paper or sketch paper, whatever kind of surface that you want to think about using, and get some markers or highlighters, or they have those chalk markers to help you use different colors. Learning is not supposed to be torturous. In fact, it may seem that way, but usually the more challenging something is, the more necessary it will be for you later on. And these are building skills. So, without further ado, I'm going to begin. To the student, as I mentioned, this book has 12 units. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 areas that this book will be covering. So clearly there are going to be some specific information in regards to the punctuation and the capitalization being used. Book C is associated, if you read the To the Teacher page, Book C is 3rd grade. But we use the information from this all the way up until middle and high school. So this information is not something that you can that you're going to use and then end up forgetting or not needing later on. These are foundational, I should say. And then this also gives you, like I was saying before, an example of how everything is going to be played out, and at the very end it has the learning goal. So as you move through this book, try to keep in mind that everything here is going to be building, so don't forget what you learned from the unit before. Try to build on it. There's extra practice that you can do on kuda.com or Khan Academy. There are lots of resources out there. I'm sure that the schools have a lot of things out there as well that will help to build these skills. You can just uh, look up these particular um, subject matters to cover, or lessons that cover these particular areas, and then you can just practice that. All right, and now you'll have nothing but silence because I'm going to move through this like normal. Okay, and this is the end of the book. I'm going to show the answer key. Take a second. And this is the answer key. So I'm going to blow this up and then I'm going to scroll. It goes in chronological order by the page. So they have the pages, but it also has the lesson titles as well. And it does go in the order in which the book is. So once you get to the activity pages, the lapse pages, it has those answers right afterwards as well. Make this a little bit bigger. I just want to make sure that the answers that are written, so the third and the last lap, these two, you can read those clearly. Okay.